I love this place. Hello, Pittsburgh. Hello, Pittsburgh. You know what? Do me a favor. Get out on Tuesday. Vote for Rick Saccone, and we can leave right now. Come on. We don't have to spend any time. Great guy. I'm thrilled to be back in Pennsylvania, where I went to school, went to college, with so many hardworking American patriots. You're great people. Great. Pennsylvania is the state that gave us American independence, American freedom, and what else? American steel. American steel. They've been talking a little bit about steel over the last little while, haven't they? And we're saving the steel, and a lot of steel mills are now opening up because of what I did. And not all of my friends on Wall Street love it, but we love it because we know what it does. Many plants have just announced over the last few days that they're expanding, opening. Steel is back. It's going to be back, too. Steel is back, and aluminum is back. Going to be back. And on November 8th, Pennsylvania is the state that gave us the 45th President of the United States. And I think we're doing a good job for you. I hope so. We're working hard. It's not easy. That Washington, D.C., got a lot of evil there, but we're getting it out step by step. A lot of evil. A lot of bad people. A lot of bad people. A lot of fake media. Look at them. A lot of fake media. Fake media. You know, it's funny. I don't know if you saw it, but we've had a problem for years with North Korea. In fact, President Obama said it was the biggest problem we had. And South Korea went there. We put very, very strong sanctions and lots of other things we've been doing right from the first day I was in office. And South Korea came to my office after having gone to North Korea and seeing Kim Jong-un. And no, it's very positive. No. After the meeting, you may do that, but now we have to be very nice because let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So the South Korean top people, top representatives, they walked out the White House to a throng of these characters. Big group. And everybody wanted to find out what happened. Now, they had just left North Korea. And look, North Korea is tough. They're testing nuclear weapons. They're doing a lot of things. This should have been handled, by the way, over the last 30 years, not now. That's when it should have been handled. They shouldn't have handled it. This should have been handled, and everybody will say it, too. But that's okay, because that's what we do. We handle things. And these guys came out, and they said that your president's done a great job, I might say. But, well, I'll tell you, we did a great job in the Olympics. President Moon of South Korea said without Donald Trump, the Olympics would have been a total failure. It's true. True. You know? Might as well say it. Nobody else is going to say it, right? Might as well say it. Well, a little hard to sell tickets when you think you're going to be nuked. But when North Korea called and they said, we'd like to be in the Olympics, everybody said, let's buy tickets, let's go. I would have gone. And it became a very, very successful Olympics. Honestly, South Korea did a great job, and it was great to see North Korea going and participating, and there was a nice unity. It was really a nice thing. Really nice thing. But when the South Korean representatives who just left North Korea came outside, big throng of press, they announced that North Korea Kim Jong-un would like to meet with President Trump? No, this doesn't happen. You know, they're saying, oh, well, Obama could have done that. Trust me, he couldn't have done that. He wouldn't have done that. He would not have done it. And by the way, neither would Bush and neither would Clinton. And they had their shot, and all they did was nothing. Clinton gave away billions and billions of dollars. And as soon as they made the deal, the following day, they started working on making more nukes, okay? So that's not the great deal. You ever see the story where it's 1999, I'm on Meet the Press, a show now headed by Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd. He's a sleeping son of a bitch, I'll tell you. And they showed it this morning, 1999, and I'm talking about North Korea. You got to take them out now. And then they have Clinton saying, we are pleased to announce that we have made a deal with North Korea. Well, you know how that deal turned out, right? We gave billions and billions of dollars and lots of other things, and we got nothing. But they show me young, handsome. I said, why couldn't I look like that today? I should have run back then, right? I should have run back then. I would have done this earlier. So, but they had me literally saying, I don't know if anybody saw it, they play it a lot, but literally saying, to a very good guy, actually, but saying that we got to do something about North Korea. That was when it wasn't in vogue. And then they have Clinton giving everything away, and then they show, and here we are today with a man who's nuked up all over the place. But we've been very strong and very vigilant, and now lots of good things I think are going to happen, but we'll see. But the funny thing, so they announced that he's not going to send missiles up anymore until through the meetings. Well, think of that. You know, we were getting a lot of missiles sent. I wouldn't say Japan was thrilled, missiles flying over Japan. They're very happy with what I'm doing. And who else could do it? I mean, honestly, when you think. They're not going to send missiles up. Think of it. They're not sending missiles up. And I believe that. I believe that. I really do. I think they want to do something. I think they want to make peace. I think it's time. And I think we've shown great strength. I think that's also important. Right? And I must tell you, President Xi of China has really helped us a lot. They've really helped us. And because 93% of the goods come in through China going into Korea, North Korea. 93%. So that's pretty powerful. And they've been very good. They could have done more, but that's okay. I say to them, you've been great. You could do more, but they've done a lot. They've done more. China has done more for us than they have ever done for any other president or ever done for this country. And I respect that. I respect it. Because you need that. Stopping the flow of goods, very important. And we put sanctions on. So they come out, White House, many of these same characters that I see those faces. I see those faces. And for the first 2 hours, it was unbelievable. This is amazing. This is incredible. I can't believe this is happening. You know, because we go from, like, look, a lot of people thought we were going to war. And all of a sudden they come in, they say, we're going to have a meeting, and there's no more missiles going off, and they want to denuclearize. Nobody heard that. Nobody thought, but they said they are thinking about that. Who knows what's going to happen? Hey, who knows? If it happens, if it doesn't happen, I may leave fast, or we may sit down and make the greatest deal for the world and for all of these countries, including, frankly, North Korea. And that's what I hope happens. But the press for 2 hours is going, this is fantastic. This is amazing. A certain anchor on CNN, fake as hell, CNN. The worst. Oh, so fake. Fake news. And their ratings are lousy, by the way, and compared to Fox, their ratings... And a certain anchor, female, said, this is really something. He would go down as a truly great president if this happened. Okay, but all of them are saying, this is amazing, this is incredible. Did you hear what they just said? They just said, denuke. They just said all of these things. They just said no more missiles. They said they want to meet with President Trump. They couldn't believe it. The worst of them, CNN, MSNBC, which is worse than, I think I have a new, MSNBC, third rate, and NBC, which is horrible. Their newscast, by the way, is not doing well on NBC network. They're heading down the tubes. But listen to this. I did The Apprentice on NBC for 14 seasons. I made a lot of money for them. We had a big successful show. Arnold Schwarzenegger failed when he did The Apprentice, and he's a movie star. Martha Stewart failed when she did The Apprentice, and I just kept chugging along. Every year it was a big hit. I mean, I did The Apprentice, made them a lot of money, gave them good ratings when they were absolutely dying, and they do nothing but kill me. NBC is perhaps worse than CNN, I have to tell you. And MSNBC is horrible. So here they are. They're outside. These wonderful representatives, very high level from South Korea, are saying all of these things, denuke, and all of the things that they can't believe because it's like 5 years ahead of schedule. Before this, they would say, well, that will never happen, and this will never happen, and you'll never get them to stop, with the missiles. They're saying all of this. Now they say they want to stop the missiles, they want to denuclearize, they want to do all of these things, and all of these people are like, they can't believe it. It's unbelievable. I said to my wife, I said, it's amazing. They're really nice tonight. It's really amazing. They're all saying this is an incredible achievement. This is, okay. Then I get up in the morning. Some time goes by. Right? Same people. They're saying, not that big a deal. Anybody could have done it. Obama could have done it. Obama had a chance. No. They're saying, Obama. Obama was driving you down. You take a look at those numbers before we took over. They were heading down. So just let me say. So I wake up. So it's so nice, and I'm looking forward to watching in the morning. And I go, literally, they're saying, well, Clinton could have met. Clinton gave away the House. I got nothing. And Bush, another great Republican. He got us into the Middle East. That was we spent $7 trillion in the Middle East over a 17-year period. $7 trillion as of 3 months ago. Okay? You know what they did? That was like taking a big stone and throwing it into a hornet's nest. But we're bringing it back. ISIS, we have 98% of the caliphate of the land back. 98. So I woke up and I saw all these reports that, anybody could have done it. Oh, yeah, sure. Anybody could have gotten President Xi, president for life. That was another one. So he's president for life. It happened 2 days ago. And I was joking. I was at a roast, actually. But I was joking, and I said, president for life, that sounds good. Maybe we're going to have to try it. President for life. But I'm joking. And they knew everybody in the room was laughing. Everybody's having a great time. I'm joking about being president for life. A couple of them went back. Donald Trump, with his dictatorial attitude, now wants to be president for life. Straight. Fake news. Fake. Horrible. But you know what's going to happen? Did you see the other day? 96% of what they do, all I do is good stuff. The economy is the best it's ever been. Your coal, by the way, folks, some of you are in the coal world. Your coal is coming back big. Your steel is coming back. Those plants are going to be opening. And what we've done with the 25% tariffs for those guys that come in and dump their steel all over the place. And by the way, it's not good steel. You guys know what I mean. It's crap. But your steel is coming back. It's all coming back. And 6 months prior to the election in 2020, every one of those guys, we really endorse Donald Trump. We think he has to win. You know why? Because if I don't win the election, their ratings are going to go so far down, they're going to be out of business, every one of them. Can you imagine? Can you imagine covering Bernie or Pocahontas? Pocahontas, how about that? Pocahontas. Can you imagine these guys? Some of them are actually smiling, but some of them just can't stand it, honestly. Some of them, they can't take it. Can you imagine having to cover Elizabeth Warren for 4 years? You know, I was watching during the campaign, and Hillary was sitting right there, and Pocahontas was up, and she was so angry. Look, we love each other, the women, the men. We love each other. Everybody loves. She was so angry. I said, you know, I think she's losing the entire male audience and many of the women. She was going at it, and Hillary's sitting there saying, oh, my God, what did I do here? This is... But can you imagine if they had to cover some of these people that are running? I think any of them, to be honest with you. I think any of them. Oh, I'd love Oprah to win. I'd love to beat Oprah. I know her weakness. No, I know her weakness. I know her. You know, I know her very well. I was on her last show, or one of the last, I guess the last week. She had Donald Trump and Donald Trump's family. My, we've come down a long way, haven't we? I'm now president, and probably, you know. But think of it. I know her weakness. Wouldn't we love to run against Oprah? I would love it. I would love it. That would be a painful experience for her. So we've created 3 million, thank you, darling. Oh, they're positive. I thought they were negative. They're positive. That's always the problem. We have a room that's packed. If we have one person, and that's actually a fan. By the way, that's a fan over there. But if we have one person that speaks, it's like a big deal the next day. So, we've created 3 million jobs since Election Day. Nobody thought that was possible. We've passed the largest tax cuts and reform in American history. We've created more than 300,000 new jobs alone last month. And you saw the numbers yesterday. Yesterday's numbers, job reports, was among the best numbers ever produced in the history of our country. In the history of our country. In fact, my guys... In fact, my guys came into my office and they gave me the number, because if you add the previous month, which was adjusted upward by 52,000 jobs, they were low last month. It adjusted upward. So we're like over 360,000 jobs. And I said, let me ask you, is that a mistake? I don't think I've ever seen, you know, if you get 160, it's good. We were at 360. So I looked at my guys, I said, is that a typographical error? What is that? But you saw it was one of the best reports. And you know the amazing thing? Wages went up a little bit. You haven't had wages in 19 years. Wages are starting to go up. Think of it. Wages. I mean, how good is that? Wages starting to go up. African American unemployment has reached the lowest level in history. The lowest.